welcome back. Watching another episode today, all Botello Outdoors. Hector over here, my cousin with me today. All right, we have something to show you guys. A little unboxing here. The toys have arrived. Check it out here on the table. Everything on this table, made in Texas. Anyways, all right, guys, we're going to get right into it. I'll have Hector kind of do the unboxing. Let's go ahead and show the viewers what we got coming to the channel. All right, we'll just move these optics to the side here. Here, I'll take it. Well, no, that's fine. Okay, so there it is. Bam, Radical AR-15. Check it out, check it out. Came with a, what is it, a Magpul magazine, plastic. Pretty simple AR, nothing too fancy. Like I said, these ARs are just for the optics that we're gonna put on them. So there's mine. Mine's in the brown box. We're gonna show you Hector's and we're gonna show you the difference.
Oh, yours in the white box.
Oh yeah. Here's mine's in the white box. All right.
Same company.
Same company. Radical firearm. Same exact gun, but the difference, it's butt stock. It's a little bit fancier, and his grip is different than mine. And the only difference is $100. So
I bought mine at a box store.
Box store. What is it? Orson's farm. Kind of like an Atwoods, but they're here in Texas now. So he got his out of the Orsons in Waco. So what was your total price?
$700.
$700. So
A little over, like 702 or something.
yeah,
like that.
but we're just gonna go with $700 on that. And I paid $539 for mine. All said and done with mine went to an FFL dealer, shipped with the transfer fee and the $20 fee that they charged me to do the paperwork. Came out to $601, so exactly $100 cheaper than his. But as you see, I just don't have a fancy butt stock, and my grip ain't that fancy. But again, same identical firearm, both made in Texas. Radical firearms. You get a little sticker with it. So yeah, this is the guns we're going to mount the optics on. So that's what we're going to show you guys next. The exciting part, even though this is exciting too, you know, but we're going to get right into it. All right, guys, so on my build, I went with the Sightmark Wraith, made in Texas, like I said. Night vision scope with a IR illuminator. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. All right, so it came with batteries and everything. I already put my batteries in. They actually go over here on this little thing. You just pull this little tab back, unscrew it, pull it back. 4 AA batteries. I mean, how cool is that? No rechargeable battery. I'm going to talk a little bit about the pros on this, and then we'll go into the cons on this a little bit, not very many. And then we'll talk about Hector's thermal and why we went both ways. Honestly, I just could not afford thermal. So Hector was fortunate that he could get it. So he's like, it's a once-in-a-time opportunity. So he went ahead and got it, which I think with the night vision and thermal, it's going to be a good team. So it'll be best of both worlds. So anyways, I hope you guys will like the videos that we're going to be putting up soon. So a lot of night hunting, hogs, coyotes, whatnot. Anyways, let me talk a little bit about this Wraith. I mean, there's a lot of videos out there on it. I'm not going to talk too much about it. But why I went with this one and not the ATN, I think the ATN is a little bit clearer, and I think the field of view is a little bit better than the Wraith, but I wanted durability, simplicity, 4 AA batteries, no rechargeable batteries. You can keep 4 in your pocket. If it gets low, pop 4 in. You know, it's rugged, you know, just the durability, ruggability, and the easiness of, I mean, I'm sure I could figure out the ATN, but I mean, this is just 5 buttons, real easy. And it's going to be a one-shot zero. I mean, yeah. So, and the IR light that came with it, it's nothing too fancy, but it's going to do the job. I'm saying up to 80 yards, maybe 100. Eventually, I'll upgrade the IR illuminator, but I'm not shooting pigs probably past 50, 60 yards. So, especially with a 223 5.56. Anyway, so the Wraith, simple, easy, durable, a good beginner night vision scope, under $500. So, I mean, you're looking about $1,000 setup right here, a little over. You can't beat that, and you're in the woods hunting at night. So that's why I went with this setup. And we're going to talk a little bit about Hector's. So cons though on this one thing I do not like. I'm going to take this off because I wear glasses, so I'm not going to need that. And it doesn't have audio on the video, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to voice over the audio or do something. I don't know yet, but I'll figure that out later. But yeah, this is the Sightmark Wraith going on the Radical. We'll show it all put together here after we talk about Hector's. All right, real quick, I know we talked about audio, but also why I went with this Wraith is daytime. I can hunt during the day and record during the day, so I can get some day hunts, even if I'm putting it on a rifle to deer hunt with, So that's a plus on that. Like I said, there's not too very many negatives. Like I said, number one is audio and, the weight of this thing. It's a damn brick. But yeah, it's going to, with everything put together, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be that scope on that AR rifle specifically for that purpose. All right, Hector, let's talk about yours.
All right, guys. I went with the Iray Rico Bravo. Compact. It's so compact.
And light.
That's what I really loved about it.
Yes.
For the last few weeks, I had been looking at Pulsar, and I'm still thinking about, this pretty nice thermals, but I had a buddy of mine who just bought this exact one.
It's nice, guys.
And I seen it, and I told him, I was like, dude, I don't want to be a copycat, but I really liked it. I liked how compact it was.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, dude, if you got the money, he's like, I don't even, go for it,
Yeah.
So the price, $3,500. So that's where it's a little pricey, but I mean, it's an investment.
It's an investment.
So
yeah.
I looked at it. I had the funds available, so why not?
Why not?
You gotta treat yourself every now and then.
Every now and then. Yeah.
So
it's not gonna hurt.
Like I said, it's real compact.
The quality is very good on it.
It uses two
the
1, 2, 3 batteries.
Oh yeah, that's what on my illuminator. It uses the same battery. Forgot to tell you, 1, 2, 3. Which you can buy a whole box of those through Amazon for like $25.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
I like on top, it's got your power button, your menu, your capture, and they're all like different. See, your power button is on this side, and then these got two. So like at night, even if you have gloves on, I feel like you'd be able to differentiate between your menu options.
Yeah, and again, it's almost similar. Just a simple. They look rugged. It doesn't look like an actual scope. I know ATN kind of looks like a scope, but if you think about it, they're not really scopes. They're digital cameras with reticles.
Yeah.
And it's a digital zoom. So also keep in mind too, the more you zoom out,
the more pixelated
the picture becomes. So it's something to think about. So I went with a 2 power for a better field of view. I think Hector's is a 3.
Yeah, it's 3 power.
So also you're starting with a lower power. That's something to consider when you're getting into these type of optics. If you're going to be, shooting within 100 yards, which we're going to be doing a lot of that type of shooting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's close quarter, whatever we do. So we went with lower power for better field of view and better pixel at that lower power. So something to think about, guys.
One thing I do like about this is the mounting on it.
Yes, that came with that one.
It came with this. I looked at another one that a guy was who I bought it from, and he said that I could have bought another one that actually looked like a rifle scope. It was cheaper, but I would have had to have bought a mount for another couple $100, which pretty much equals what I already have.
And I think the Wraith has that same mount, and it's like $89, I believe, $79 through Outdoor Legacy, I believe. But
so there's ways you can adjust this, push this out, be able to push it out. That way you can adjust it on.
Also, though, the mount. Tell them why you went with that mount. Because once you can take it off your gun, and when you put it back on your gun.
Oh yes. My buddy, he told me that and he did it himself. This has, I think, up to 6 different guns you can program into this.
The Wraith has 4, I think.
And it keeps the 0 on the firearm.
Yeah.
So once I zero this rifle in, I'll have it set as rifle 1. If I decide to put this on another rifle of mine and zero that in, I can have that as 2. And then all I have to do, whichever weapon I put it on, I'm able to put it on that, program it,
and pick that rifle,
and keep my 0.
And keep the 0.
So.
And the Wraith has the same capability, but you have to buy. I can't remember what the name of that mount was, and I'm pretty sure it only does like 4 rifles, maybe 5. You can program on that scope. So, anyways, guys, we kind of wanted to share the 2 scopes, the 2 rifles. Here in a minute, we're going to put them together, show you what they look like. And Hector's is already zeroed. I'm going to zero mine. I'll probably put it on the end of this video, and we'll show you guys how to zero. It's a one-shot zeros. Hector had an XY, right? Yours was XY, left, right, almost like a regular scope, wasn't it? Moving it with a minute of angle. So it was a little bit harder, but he got it zeroed in, and it's dead on. So it took probably 5 shots, maybe?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So we're going to see if this is a one-shot zero. We're going to try the Wraith here in a minute. So let's put them on the guns, and we'll show you what they look like, and probably fire a few rounds. All right, guys. Real easy to set up. Hector, all he had to do was put it on the rail, click it down, and it's already. Show them how easy it is with that mount.
Let me do it on the ground. I don't want it to come off and then.
Yep, and it clicks right back on.
It keeps it 0.
And
See, you hear that click? It locked in.
Yeah.
So it won't come off.
Yeah. Yep. And then mine, of course, it's just a regular mount on an AR rail. Just lock it down, screw it down. And some people say that it holds the 0 when you take it off, but mine is staying on this rifle right here. So I'll probably never take it off. And yeah, so there it is, guys. There it is, set up. Both rifles ready to go. I'll probably fire a couple down range here in a minute, and we'll do that one-shot zero on mine. And then heavy, isn't it?
Yeah. You don't even have any rounds in here, do you? Mine's a little bit lighter, and I got a full mag.
Yep. Yep. And there they are. The Radical firearms, Iray thermal, all Texas
And
made.
Eventually,
we're working on it.
We'll get some suppressors as well. So of course, they're gonna be Texas made as well. So we have some cool all Texas setups.
Yep, all Texas.